in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to get
Dion already doing that.
We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
like, when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment. Use up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level, and this is gonna just give you the beats, and I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on? The core issue is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undisputed.
Oh, come on.
And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
Somebody go rebound.
Shoot. This one?
Cut that up, I got a match. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You really think you can do something with that?
Hey, man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Blah, 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 blah. And on the cool check-in. Y'all remember that? Center stage on the mic. And we put it on wax. It's the new style. I don't know why I'm stuck in the 80s, the 90s, 2000s with my rap. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. What up? God dang. You know why? Because that's my years. You know, those are the years you growing up. Those are the years you blowing up. Those are the years you ironing your khakis. You about to go out and holler at Angela and Jolie. Hey, girl. You about to go holler. Oh, and get turned down so many times. Do you know how many times you've been turned down in life? Way more than you won. You have lost way more than you won in life. It's just the wins are bigger. It's like when you go to Vegas. That's why I don't gamble, because I don't know when to bet. I win a lot. I lose a lot more. But when I'm losing, that's when I'm betting big. And then when I'm winning, I'm all scared. I'm like, no, $2. I win like 8 times in a row. I win $16. And they be like, dog, That's when you're supposed to be betting the big money. I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna bet big now. And then I bet big, and that's the loss. Jesus. Love for all you guys rocking with your boy. Thank you guys. It's early today, I know. It is Saturday at 5 o'clock on the west side. And the only reason I'm up is because I'm always up, but the reason I'm doing the show, usually on weekends I try to push it back a little bit. I respect y'all going out in them streets trying to get hollered at and hollering, and also getting no numbers because you lose more than you win. But we got a track meet today, 2-day track meet, so it's a real one. Got a little 6-year-old out there running the 2-day track meet. What the hell? And we got basketball. We got 2 games today, and then if we win and all that stuff, you know, tomorrow's going to be something else. So it's one of them days. We got to get it in. So love to everybody out there as I adjust my Radio Shack DeVry computer and get things crack-a-lackin', Megan. So now, love to all you guys. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? He's like, we ain't here for us, Wiley. We here for you. So good. Let's get into it. All right, so today's show, we got a gang of stuff. Obviously, we're going to talk about Dianna Russini because it seems like no other place is talking about it. What the hell? Tell the truth. Beat it up in the comments. Has ESPN said anything about this? And I'm not going to be the guy that's independent because I used to work at ESPN, and they were great to me. So great that I had to move on to Fox because Fox was greater. And the only reason I'm saying greater, I'm trying to fix my headphones. Only reason I'm saying greater is because they pay me more. But I wanted to stay at ESPN. I love the ESPN, but at the same time, Fox was trying to build something, so I went to Fox. But I'm not the one to talk about my exes, to the point where my wife got mad at me the other day. She said, oh, you did a lot for your exes. You let them keep the rings, and you let them keep the cars on stuff, and now you looking at me where the receipts at? Okay. So she checked me. I was like, damn. But in a moment, you can't be checked. In the moment, you're going to fight and defend, and then you're going to go somewhere quiet and be like, damn, she was right. So anyway, that's what, did I talk about this? What? How you not talk about this? Like, to me, I don't want to watch your channel anymore if you talk about sports and then you get sports loose, you get sports centric, and then you start talking about stories, and I hearing about Stephon Diggs and his off the field issues during the playoffs, and y'all talking about it, okay, and y'all having segments on it, okay, and then one of your own, then y'all don't want to talk about it. Oh, okay. She gonna bust it open. I said, okay. I told you I got rap Tourette's. Here they go. So we ain't gonna talk about it? All right. Next time I turn on, it's only for a live game. I don't want to hear nothing because it got to, what's good for the goose got to be good for the gander. That's how I look at sports. That's how I look at media. That's how I look at everything. That's how I treat my friends. Dog, if I'm gonna talk about you, you can talk about me, and I'm gonna talk about me so I can talk about you. Anyway, we got that story. Dwayne Wade or James Harden, they having that big old conversation about that. Who's the better shooting guard? We know Michael Jordan's number 1 and Kobe's number 2, right? Now, who's after that? Is it James Harden or Dwayne Wade? We got Kevin Durant talking about it too. It's real. Deshaun Watson must start, a former NFL quarterback with a big name that used to play in Cleveland. I'm giving away a lot of hints. Says that, and we got to see if that's real or fake. What else is crack-a-lack-a-maggin'? The Cowboys will be contenders if they nail the draft. Let's hear about the draft. We got to do that as well. For all the people out there who say all I do is gossip, which I love, because that's just, you misspell sociology. Gossip is the patterns of life, patterns of behavior. I know a lot of people didn't graduate, so they gossip. Sociology, dumbasses. Anyway, we're going to talk about that and how they're going to nail maybe the draft and the Cowboys will be in the Super Bowl. You imagine? And Acho, we're going to talk about Acho a little bit because Acho said, hey, he don't want to work at network TV anymore. What? We got a lot of stuff. Gucci Mane, just stick with me today. By 6:30, you're going to be happy you did, okay? But first, let's get into this. We got a little conversation about the NBA. They having some issues over there. Issues with the 65-game minimum rule. They know they put that in, and it was like, damn it. It's like you gave your girl a curfew, and then she broke it. What you going to do now? You gonna break up with her? No. Without consequences, what are rules? So that's where the NBA is right now. Let's see what they do about it.
What do you think is the nightmare scenario for the NBA if the All NBA top guys can't make it?
Well,
or was that the nightmare scenario? Joker.
I mean that Wemby and Joker are not eligible.
Yeah.
Luka doesn't win his appeal. Cade and Ant are not eligible. And in that scenario, you could argue that the 6 best seasons this year,
damn,
5 of the 6 are not eligible for.
Yuck. Yuck, Brother Jay says. Yuck. Ugh. You imagine that? Oops. hey, you know how they always on Adam Silver's head because they be like, dog, look what you're doing to the NBA. And I think it's unfair for any commissioner to get that much hate and criticism. They do that to Roger Goodell all the time, and Roger Goodell does nothing but grow the NFL. He's like, what else do you want? Oh, I should have been different on Ray Rice. Sorry, I didn't see the video. Oh, okay, so anyway, stupid. We always booing them, and literally the same production 20 years ago. Like me, I always bring up my example with Joey Bosa. I made $40 million for 29 sacks. He made $128 million, something like that, for 29 sacks. Yeah, go ahead, Goodell. But now we got Adam Silver out here trying to grow the game, globalizing it, being real. If you leave the country, if you ever really stamp your passport, you will find out that the NFL and the NBA are different outside our borders. They actually like the NBA more than the NFL. Anyway, point being, whatever that race is, internally, they got some issues to iron out, and this is a big one. Your big dogs not getting rewarded. They can say what they want. Oh, it's all about rings. You know damn well they want them trophies too. You know damn well they want them medals, certificates, all them individual awards too. I hate when they force athletes to lie. Anyway, they want it. Let's see if the NBA can serve it up.
Anything. Except for, by the way, you only have to play 58 games to be the statistical champ. So, like Luka, if his appeal isn't granted, is going to win the scoring title and not be on an All-NBA team. And Joker, if something were to happen to him tomorrow night and be knocked out of that game early and not play the next game, would win the rebounds and assists championship and not be... So you would have the scoring, rebounds, and assist champ. Wemby's going to be the blocks champ, right? If those, it's just.
His son don't know what he's talking about. Big ass Bryce Young. I love him. I just saw them at what was it? The NBA All Stars and saw Love. He big. Don't. I could joke him. Y'all better not joke this boy. That boy big. But he do look like Bryce Young. He's just like Bryce Young. Just woke up. Woke up quick too at about noon. Rap Tourette's. So the point is, in this situation, it's kind of confusing. Like, who's supposed to win can't win because they're eliminated, so we just going to keep dropping it down. It's kind of like when you go to a track meet and the relay teams get disqualified. I might see that today with some 6-year-olds. And they just getting disqualified. You're like, wait a minute. I swear I saw that race. Who was on the medal stand? Where are all them girls with the braids? All them girls with the braids are the ones that won. Oh, they got disqualified. They ran out their lane. Oh, they weren't in the zone. So that's where we are right now. Like, literally all the people that really won should be on the medal stand. Oh, they got disqualified. What?
I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous.
Kind of like the Pro Bowl stuff.
Which
like
we can't
going
have.
in the future,
we can't have
will be
the
weird.
All-NBA, right, become Pro Bowl. We just can't. All right, let's.
Well, we might be getting there, brother, because this is a slippery slope because you put in a rule. Obviously, the first thing you can't do is just get rid of the rule. Even though the NFL and its competition committee, they don't give a damn. But the NBA and how they have it, I don't even know if they have a competition committee, at least not properly advertised. They don't want to look like we didn't know what we were up to. We didn't look at all the ramifications. We didn't really do our due diligence. So, if you do something and then it doesn't work, there's a time that must elapse to act like you thought it was going to work. It's going to take root. It's going to work. It must take root. Root. Nah, it ain't taking root, dog. 60. Who puts out an objective number on a body? Dog, one time I missed a game because my ankle hurt. Another time I missed a game because my hamstring hurt. Another time I missed a game because coach thought I might get hurt because my ankle just was hurt and my hamstring. How you going to put numbers to that? Oh, because we want to force you guys to play because we getting tired of it. Why are you focused on us? It's these damn teams. Do you know that every year in the off season, they sit down with their players and discuss a training regimen? They discuss the season on calendar. They discuss when it looks like it's going to be high intensity and when it's going to be a lower intensity, back-to-backs, traveling 10 games on the road, etc. And y'all put this on the players and they ankle? No, it's a whole system. It's designed, the player, the agent, his nutritionist, the doctor, your team doctor. Come on, NBA, do better. Man, I'm sitting here at the crib, and I know better than that. What's wrong with y'all? Got these people out here looking crazy. And then it's a bad narrative for the NBA, and it's a bad narrative for the players because it seems like the players ain't all in. Players are all in, but they also know what they feeling on the inside. Yo, this is what you get. This is what you can't do. Go on that court knowing you ain't full capacity, you ain't 100, or at least you're not 100, but you're not injured. I can go 88 if I'm hurt. I can't go 88 if I'm injured because injury means compensation. Compensation means more injury. You get it? So if I'm injured, shut it. If I'm hurt, talk it. Suck it up. Okay, I will. I'm only hurt. We know the difference. You put a number to that? This ain't no temperature. This ain't no thermometer. The funk wrong with y'all? I'm getting away with that funk talk, right? I say I don't curse and I say funk like 1,000 times. You're like, God dang. So let me get into this one because I think this is pretty deep. This is a good explanation.
Like Luka Doncic, he's got a great case for this exception. He's going to get it because missing 2 games for the birth of his child is quite literally what this exception was designed for.
Really? That's what they designed it for? And what the hell just happened? They designed it for that? Didn't somebody get fired? Oh, the GM for the Minnesota Vikings, didn't he take like 2 weeks off? And then he came back and then told him he regretted letting Sam Darnold go. And he was fine all the way to the end. And then all of a sudden, boom, we got to go. You regretted Sam Darnold? We already knew it, but you said it? Oh, good. Now the public knows. Bye. And to throw a little cherry on top, didn't you have a baby and didn't show up to work? Jesus. I can't lie to y'all. Paternity leave is not necessarily high on my ballot. I know mama had a baby, a human being, 10 pounds with a nugget in her. Dog, if you eat too many Funyuns, a dude is just like, he got bubble guts for 2 weeks. If a woman had a baby for 10 months and we get time off like they do, oh, that ain't right. If I'm a woman, that's number 1 on my women's bill of rights. Men cannot claim paternity. I want him to help. I want him to be at home. Yeah. But he ain't do none of this. You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym.
Like Luka Doncic.
Okay.
He's got a great case for this exception.
Obviously, I can't pause this one, so let's just hear it all the way through. I hope it's good.
Like Luka Doncic, he's got a great case for this exception. He's going to get it because missing 2 games for the birth of his child is quite literally what this exception was designed for.
I'm tempted.
Cade might have a bit of a more difficult time because he's been out because of injuries, tough injuries and certainly a crazy one most recently. But I don't know that he fits into that special exemption that the NBA has in circumstances like this. So I'm I would do it talking to people within the NBA, Michelle.
Okay. Oh, I got to hit the exact pause button. I don't want to hear no more of this. You got me mad because I can't pause it like I want to. On top of that, Luka might get it, but if you let Luka get it, see, this is why the politics come into play. If you let Luka get it for his baby issue, we going off the court? Hold on, I thought this was to force us on the court, and you using off the court? Well, guess what? My pops is sick. Guess what? My wife not feeling so good. Like, what are we doing? Oh, no, it's different. It's different. Oh, I thought it was about how you felt, not what you felt about other things. That's bad precedent. Real bad precedent. I don't know what they're going to do about that, but that's – when I hear people say this generation soft, I always fight back. But then, like any generation, there are moments that are soft. Yes, this is a soft moment for this generation. Just like if you ever watch some old funk videos, some old rap videos, look kind of soft. I mean, if you look what they do, look, I had uncles in the streets, and they looked fresh to us then because we were like, yo, look at my uncle. But he had rollers in his hair. He had a long perm. I mean, they had at least one long fingernail, one earring, fishnet. Pull that off right now. Soft. So that's why this is why you don't get lost in anything. Don't get lost in anything because it will evolve. It will revolve as well. So I crack up when I see that. Beat it up in the comments. Make sure you guys let me know what you think. Is that a little soft, be real, or nah? It's cool. Look, I would love paternity leave if I was in a situation dynamic like that. Yeah, I want to be there with my baby and just smell his breath, smell her breath all day, change her little green and orange and brown, purple, little boo-boo. Yeah, I want to do all that. Her vomit on my neck when she burping her. Yeah, I love all that. At the same time, somebody got to keep this thing rolling. Somebody got to go to work. I mean, all the damn businesses in the world was shut down if the mama and daddy said, peace, we having a little baby. All right, so beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking before we get into what's happening in the college world, college basketball, college football, etc. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and become a member. We got a gang of members in here. Membership keeps growing, so make sure you guys help it and support it. All right, these dudes, these Boozer twins, I don't even know their real names. Oh, Cam, and I know they daddy. Shout out to Carlos, Cam, it got to be another C. What's the other one name? Respect. I don't know which one's the better one either. I just like the Boozer twins. But anyway, I love this. Whoa. There are a handful of players who are expected to be lottery picks in the 2026 NBA draft that may return to college due to current NIL valuations. Players like Cam Boozer are currently in negotiation with NCAA teams to return to college for one more year for deals worth more than $30 million. And let me tell you guys what I've been hearing. And I've been having group text about, yo, if anybody's group text ever got outed, let me just tell you, go to work, pack up your desk, your job is over. Everyone's group text is rated X, R, like just not appropriate. So I get a lot of these texts from players, parents that are trained. They're trying to go to different schools, and they always ask me like, yo, what you think about it behind the scenes? What they really saying? What is the provost saying? What is the AD saying? What is the coach saying? Because a lot of times you talk to these general managers and the players and their agent, that's all surface level. What's really happening behind the scenes? So I hear of a lot of deals for these guys, and I'm like, what? He went to what school? He went to Mountain Tech State, and he now is gonna go to a big school, and he gonna get at least $1 million. I'm like, what is going on? You get those dynamics and everything. And so, yeah, when I hear of these guys, and look, no slight to them, but they're not big time like Boozer, and they are getting deals. I'm like, $3 million for who? Oh, you know his daddy. You played with his daddy and then his mama and them, and then they broke up, but then they moved up north, and now he at this small school. But now, Wiley, what you think? And I'll be like, okay, I got a whole different way of thinking. First of all, I got to change my thinking because I'm still in the model of go to the best academic school and play ball. But that ain't smart. I can't even lie. I'm going to say that for my son or my daughters. If somebody offered my daughter $10 million and it's one of them dumb schools, y'all know what they are. I ain't going to call you out unless you want to get called out. Anyway, you one of them schools and it's dumb in reputation. It's not done by the people. It's not done by that. It's done by the reputation. And that's y'all fault. Just like Columbia is dumb in football by the reputation. So don't get in your panties. Don't become an auntie. Don't get in your feelings with me now. Okay? It's rankings and everything. Okay? Anyway. So some schools that are just for dummies by reputation. Anyway, if that school wanted me when I was coming out, hell no. Matter of fact, some of them did. Hell no. I was going to go to Cal. He left to go to, if you know me, you know what school. Not a dummy school, but known as a party school. Arizona State. I said, hell no, I ain't going to no school that's known for partying. Every person I asked, what's up with Arizona State? They was like, oh, man, they be getting it in. I was like, what? Can you talk about the biology department or something? No. Anyway, he was like, I am talking about the biology. They be getting it in. So anyway, now I can't go into this NIL, to this college recruiting with my mindset. Go to the best school and did what? First of all, Daddy, I might not graduate. Actually, let me change that around. I ain't gonna graduate if I can go pro. 2, I'm gonna make a lot of money while I figure this out. Like, let go. I almost want to talk to our generation. Let go and get informed. Kind of like AI, kind of like with all the new technology. This is a new technology. These kids are playing a whole different game than we played. This ain't Atari 1600. This ain't Pitfall. This ain't Dig Dug. Oh, cheesy ass games we played with, which were fresh. Still my favorites. Miss Pac-Man. These games they play now, you don't know if it's a game. You're like, is that me? Is that Brenda? Like, that's your family in the game. Like, you really in the game. So it's a whole different world. You got to respect what Boozer going through. $30 million, how much he gonna make as a rookie? The rookie deal, didn't Cooper Flagg sign for like 30-something million for 4 years, 5 years? Now, college is smart. They got them billionaire-ass alumni. They got them tech companies all linked up to it. They got private equity money all squeezing in there. And they like, check the margins here. Now, infuse us with a little bit of that capital. We're going to keep Boozer, and then we're going to make money on it. I saw the books. All these schools lose money in their athletic department, except in football and basketball. All of them. South Carolina, basketball for the girls. All girl sports lose money. And there may be a program or two that has one. I don't know. I ain't seen it yet. All girl sports lose money. All of them. And then all the men's sports lose money, except football and basketball. And football makes so much, it looks out for every other one. Because basketball, a lot of times, barely gets by. But they get by. But then they got to supply all the women and then all the other men who don't play basketball and football. So that's why when you walk on a college campus, you do notice the football team. You do notice the basketball team. And they do walk different, as they should. Because they keeping that damn building up. They keeping that campus afloat. Athletically, of course. Athletically. So that's how the game goes. But sometimes you got to know how you got it. The game is good. A lot of times you're in college, they always want to make you go pro. The players, hey, hurry up and go pro. They're giving out $30 million for one-year deals like Michael Jordan got in the 90s. Remember when Michael Jordan was signing one-year $30 million deals? Yep, they doing that again. I'm staying. Why not? They do it to coaches too. Go to the NFL. It's better in the NFL. Why? To go up there, hurry up and get fired? Hell no, be smarter than that.
College sports, the coaches are getting older. Pro sports, they're getting younger. And I think one of my reasons I believe this is true is because college football and basketball has gotten more administrative. It's not about going, you don't need like 38-year-old guy energy. You can write checks. So, the Patinos are like Tom Izzo. They're like, it's kind of fun. And listen, it's.
What are you talking about, Colin? What?
It's hard. What your job is a lot of hours. You were obviously, there was a lot of NFL interest. A couple times in my life, I've had to sit down with a yellow pad and write down pro, con, here, stay, go. Well, in the end, was there a factor that you said, listen, I got a lot of people interested on Sunday football. I'm going to stay with Saturday football. Was there a deciding factor?
Now, before he answers, what do you think he's going to say? Now, this is like he went to the Russell Wilson School of Broadcasting, but he didn't go to the class that Fernando Mendoza went to because, golly, Fernando took it too far. Russell took it far. Fernando took it next level. But Marcus, he's in that class, but he's sitting in the back. He's trying to be cool. So I like Marcus Freeman a ton. But what he should say and what he really needs to understand, and I think he does because he stayed at Notre Dame, is, dog, there's turmoil in the NFL. Like, you got to think about it. The owner of an NFL team is on a G6 more than he's in the building, except Jerry Jones. And so when they fly over and then they land, all they want is summations. What's our record? How's our cap? Who's really good? All right. That's it. All right, that's it. And he going to make that snap judgment decision. No lie. But when you talk about a college campus, you got your AD that you got to listen to. Your AD going to talk to whoever's in admissions. They going to talk to whoever's there in financials and financial aid and the scholarships and all that money. They going to talk to their board and the trustees. They going to talk to the provost. And y'all all live down the street from each other. So y'all got college. If you are great in college as a coach, go nowhere. Because even if it ain't going well, you can see them at Starbucks and say, hey, big dog, hey, man, next year if we get this 5-star, we going to be all right. Or some of these 3-stars continue to stick around because they older, we're going to be all right. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. That's a different conversation than when a man is touching down and taking off and all he wanted to say is, how many games we win? That's a different world.
I think for me, the probably the deciding factor was love for the job I have now and the care I have for the players, the support I have for this program. Listen, the NFL, the more I'm starting to realize you're set up to go 500 now, right? And they don't want you to be good. They don't want you to continuously win. They're going to make it as hard as possible when you do have success.
That's why you got to respect the gangsters who keep winning. Andy Reid, where you at? Sean McVay, where you at? Nick Sirianni, where you at? Like, it's rando how it happens. But when it happens, Mike Tomlin, where'd you go? You know what I mean? Like, it's gangster. The NFL, what does it stand for, y'all? Not for long.
And it's good to know, right? It was just things that I was made aware of as I continue to talk to some different NFL personnel and administrators. But
I told you he go to the Russell Wilson school. I told you, but he in the back. See, he cooler. He ain't Fernando Mendoza. He ain't Russ, but he in that class. I told you, I don't lie about nothing.
And I have such a special job, and one that is so well supported that we have to continuously work, but you're going to have opportunities to have success every single year. And so be careful of always wanting more when you have something really good.
Woo! Blah, blah, blah. That's why I rock with you, Marcus Freeman. I want to rock. You know why? Because he listens to Devin the Dude. If y'all don't know who Devin the Dude is, get hip to it. I'm going to give y'all some things to really change your mind in psychology. Don't talk to me about the specifics. It's just going to alter who you are in thought, and that's all you need. Devin the Dude and Diggable Planets. Please listen to their albums. You'll start to understand where I'm coming from. So Devin the Dude had a song called, I don't know what the name of the song was, but one of the lyrics was, he said, "Don't give up no for show." And he said something else. What he talked about was undefeated. It's undefeated, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't give up no for show to try and get some more. You're going to end up with no. Fellas, you know what I'm talking about. You in the club, it's late, and you got a for show. That's your girl. Y'all good. Y'all know what y'all doing after this. Forget Denny's. Nah, we not going to Denny's tonight. We going to Lenny's in my house. You got for show, but then you see her walk by, Amber. With a rose. You gave him, you letting go? You letting go? You gonna act like you gotta go to the bathroom again. No, you don't. You just went. Going to the bathroom. You giving up that for show to get some more. Okay? Amber give you her number at best. Worse, she dish you. You act like you went to the bathroom. You come back. You go back to that for show. And guess what? For show saw it all. So now she say no. Don't give up for show for more. You end up with no. That's Devin the Dude. Anyway, Marcus Freeman just said that in a Russell Wilson way. He just said, don't give up no for show. Notre Dame for some more. NFL. I end up with no. I need a job. I love how the game goes. He ain't lying, though. I've been saying that for 37,000 years. The NFL for a coach is not better if you're that dude. Now, if you're a good coach and they really want to make you a great coach, yeah, it's a notch on the belt to date the NFL. You're going to date it. You ain't marrying the NFL. Even Mike Tomlin didn't marry it. It was a long relationship, 19 years, but nah, it ain't for everybody. But this is the theme right now. Peep this. ESPN's Joe Buck, who has 1 year on his contract, told Richard Deitch that he wants to finish his career at ESPN. If you reach through my computer screen right now, let me read it like Joe Buck. If you reach through my computer screen right now, damn, I can't do Joe Buck, and handed me, he's so good. It's like he got a perfect voice, and handed me a contract to continue my time at ESPN, I sound like Obama. I would sign it without even looking at it. I've loved every second of it, and I'm hopeful that I'm at ESPN for the rest of my career. Right, Troy? All right. That's as plain as I can say it and as honest as I can say it, and maybe it's stupid of me to say. Then the agent in him woke up and said, well, if something gets thrown at me and I have to shift, I'll shift. But I will be hopeful to stay right here, right where I am until I'm finished. Blah, blah, blah. He's smart. First of all, he's smart. Second of all, what he making? 14 million, 15 million? He know he's going to make more because everybody else is making more, and he at the top. He the dude, so he gonna make at least 15 million, and he at ESPN. And let's just say the amenities at ESPN are a little bit better than they are at That Dude Network, That Dude Entertainment, or wherever else he can go. He ain't gonna go back to Fox. Where else would he go? That's interesting. In sports media, man, it ain't a monopoly, but it's kind of gang related. It's Crips or Bloods. You either Fox or you If you're talking about mainstream, Fox, ESPN, what else you doing? What else is mainstream? Beat it up in the comments. Let me know. That's it. So when people be like, and y'all say this a lot, oh, y'all out at work, y'all out doing podcast stuff. Dog, we worked everywhere. If I worked at NFL Network before it was built, I was still playing. I was in the league. I worked at ESPN for 11 years. I worked at Fox for 4 years. Where else can I go? You know what happens, though, for real, being honest with y'all? You got to build your own. You start realizing how much money they make, and you make a ton of money. Let's use Stephen A. Smith. He makes $20 million a year. That's a grip. You know how much he make them? More. So that's why Stephen A. Smith is doing the hybrid. I should have did the hybrid, no lie. I didn't even think through the hybrid fully because they wanted me to do the hybrid, but they wanted me to do it in a reduced role. I was like, man, I ain't doing no part-time, and I'm not traveling. So that was the problem. You know me. I just don't want to be away from my itty-bitties. It costs. It costs to be the boss. It costs to stay home with my itty-bitties. It does. I could have been doing other stuff. You know, I had other show opportunities and stuff that I heard about. But I was like, nah, dog, in New York, I am not the one. We're going to talk about that. Dwayne Wade actually has that. Stick around. We're going to talk about Dwayne Wade. Let me put that down, too. Dwayne Wade really broke it down. He's like, I ain't that type of dad. He not an everyday dad. He admits it, though. I'm an everyday dad. So, therefore, look, Dwayne Wade, businessman, doing all that other stuff, retired, legendary status, and building companies, all that stuff. Great. Not a great dad. Or not. I shouldn't say great dad. He didn't say that. He said not an everyday dad. I'm an everyday dad. So therefore, what are you going to lose? Some of them, I ain't going to be building all them businesses. I'm going to build some, but I ain't building all of it. That's how the game goes. All right, y'all. So beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys thinking. It's time to see who's in the top 5 today. Who's in our top 5? Like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. Top 5 right now, Dominique D'Angelo is number 5. Peanut Butter Jelly, 4. DK Bones, 3. Chris Fox is 2. Chaotic Jester, 1. Love to all y'all in the top 5 and everybody who's rocking in the chat. Beat it up in the comments. But damn, y'all some new cats. I ain't never heard of y'all. And on this show, we get down. We get funky. We get wet. Liquid cocaine. Let me stop. I do not do drugs. I've never done drugs. Never. Isn't that crazy? I never did no cocaine. What? I don't even like baking soda. I mean baking soda. What? No. And especially when Len Bias. I'm so glad I saw the deep documentaries on that. Not that he passed or anything. I was devastated. And that's why I was so affected. I was like, yo, he was going to be it. Hank Gathers out here. Not even related to that, but just Hank Gathers passing out. Because I had an irregular heartbeat. And I watched them die at that age with all them muscles. I was like, I ain't doing nothing stupid. Nope, not me, not me. Really affected me. Real spit. All right. Let's talk about something that's stupid. Some people think it's stupid to start Deshaun Watson over Shedeur Sanders. Do you?
Going back to quarterbacks, you said you're paying Watson. He should start and play. He should probably start and play. Do you believe that you would start Deshaun Watson week 1 for this football team?
Let me just get this out. I'm getting tired of people qualifying stuff. Probably, maybe, should have, could, would. Deshaun Watson used to be the dude. He is far from that, but his money ain't. His money is still saying he's the dude. You have to start him. 1, it protects the younger player, because if you start the younger player and he mess up, now you got to go to the old dude who's sitting there saying, why didn't you start with me first? And then if he mess up, we're going to go back to the young dude. He think he's going to be better that fast? He going to be shook, crippled in confidence. This is easy. 1, mentally, 2, financially. You start the old dude. Hey, this is your last chance, bro. All this money you making, you know you ain't going to make this money nowhere else. Nowhere else. They're going to give you some money, of course, but it ain't going to be this. You got $230 guaranteed right here. Sit still, ball out. Good. And if he does, keep Shedeur on the bench. Shedeur ain't going to do nothing but gain in value. Shedeur actually being real. Unless you're going to go out there and ball out, you actually better sitting behind somebody who is balling out. Make people imagine how great you are. And then all you doing is getting the reps. You're getting better behind the scenes. Then you get back out there, wah. Then you earning that money that you're going to end up getting. Versus what we saw the rookie year, this going to have you in quarterback competitions everywhere you go. Come on, man. He was a rookie, though, so let it be. That's why you don't need to start him when you got somebody there who got money and used to know how to play.
Yeah,
he's the most experienced. I think if you, again, it's a long-winded conversation, but ultimately you've paid him and you're paying him. So you got to kind of see what's still there, in my opinion. I think if he's healthy and he's able to, then you got to play him, and then you can move on to the younger guy depending on how things go. But that's how I would see the beginning of the season. You go.
How anybody who, please somebody beat it up in the comments. What's a smarter plan than that? Is there a smarter plan than that? No.
The guy who's got the most experience, the most starts doing it, and see where he is at, and see if there's anything left to salvage because of the commitment that you made however many years ago. That maybe sounds like more of a business decision and answer, but that's what this league is. And that's what I think you've got to find out this year before you start over again next year, because it's the biggest financial burden. And so before you kind of move on or see what's there, I think you've got to kick the tires on that one last time, and then you can turn it over to Shedeur, or then you can turn it over to Dylan Gabriel if he's there as well.
Could it be at all better for Shedeur if Watson starts the season and then he comes in? Is it a chance to maybe catch his breath?
I think it's that, but I think it's also he's not going to be looking over his shoulder. Like, I think once you make that move, you're in. You're there. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Again, just my opinion.
No, really, it's my opinion. It's their opinion. No, we get it, Brady. Say it with your chest. You Brady Quinn. You better recognize. Just had your coach on from Notre Dame. Respect. Now, in all seriousness, it's better every which way you can think, including if you are the most Shedeur fan in the world who's sitting there like, nah, he's just better. Good. So have a better game plan. This is not a good game plan. Put Shedeur in day one. Because he going to mess up. Why? Because he plays quarterback in the NFL. They all mess up. They all have that one game where they go, 12 of 26, 184 yards, and no touchdowns and 2 picks. And you be like, all right, it's all right because he had 400 yards there or 300 yards here or a few 250. Like, he gonna mess up. And when he mess up, the last thing you want is an owner sitting there looking down and he like, Jimbo, ain't that Deshaun right there? Yeah, what's wrong with him? Why he ain't playing? Why coach ain't putting him in? He said, because he's not as good as Shedeur. He ain't as good as what I'm watching right now. You sure? How much, Jimbo, we paying him? And they say, I always go to Dukes of Hazzard or something for ownership. Trauma. And then I'm like, he said, how much we paying him? He said, Shedeur or Deshaun? Both of them. Well, Shedeur's cap hit is $1.1 million, and Deshaun Watson's is almost $45 million. You mean to tell me, Jimbo, we paying $1 million to see this, which is all right. And then it could be better. It could be better. And then we got $45 million sitting right there next to him, and we ain't going to figure out if he could do a little bit better. Oh, okay.
You know, I maybe Todd Monken and the coaching staff sees it different. But
well, you played it. We didn't. So, I got to go with you. Yeah.
Well, but what I'd say is when you start with the veteran, right, you already know what you pretty much have. I mean, maybe there's to some degree his health and in this system and what he could do under Monken. But you got to start with there. And then once you turn it over to Shedeur, whoever's next, whether it's Dylan Gabriel or him, you know, that's their team. Like, he doesn't have to look over his shoulder. Watson's only coming back due to injury or something else if the team sees that fit, given, again, the contractual obligation. So that's why I look at it that way, because I think if you really care about winning, he probably gives you the best chance to win to start the season. But at some point, if you've moved on from that and you feel like he's proven that not to be the case, then you go with the young guy, you get him experience, you see how much, you know, again, either Dylan or Shedeur, how much they can grow from that point moving forward.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's pretty obvious to me. Plus, let's just address the elephant in the room. Shedeur ain't ready for all that yet. No. Dog, he put up some numbers that were historically the worst for a Cleveland Browns quarterback. That's hard to do. It's hard to bottom out at Cleveland at quarterback. And he did in some metrics. It's okay. It's a rookie year. You know how many sacks I had my rookie year? Yep. Nothing. 0. 0. And turned into a beast. It happens. Let them sit. Let them figure it out. Let them chill. Oh, while we get into stories like this. Oh, God. All right. Oh, boy. Y'all ready? Y'all know what's about to happen. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking before we get into this. Dianna Russini, it's time. It is time. We got to get into Russini versus Vrabel. Dianna Russini being suspended. We also still got the Dwayne Wade versus James Harden, who's a better shooting guard. Let's get into that. We got the Cowboys will be contenders if they nail this draft. We're going to talk through that. We got Acho talking about mainstream TV. No more, no thank you. And Dwayne Wade talking about fatherhood. Damn, Dwayne Wade everywhere today. We got a bunch of topics too. Gucci Mane, all that stuff. Beat up in the comments. Let me see who top five. Anything changed? Yes, Martin Harrison. Ooh, almost like Marvin catching that deep bomb from Peyton. Peanut Butter Jelly, DK Bones, Chris Fox, and Chaotic Jester. Keep talking that talk in the comments. Beat it up in the comments, and let's keep this going. This is how it all laid out for me yesterday. I was like, whoa. Oh, Jesus. Mike Vrabel's involved, and that I can't lie, I have a deep respect for him because we came out the same year, and I remember talking to him all throughout the year. So imagine that, y'all kind of like camp brothers. So that's my camp brother. At the same time, nothing I love more than the truth, including you. I don't love you more than the truth, sorry, including me. I hurt myself at times because I'm just got to be real. Anyway, this story, the story that Dianna Russini has told or what she put out in statement, let me just tell you this. If that were my kids, I'd be like, okay, you gonna tell me the truth now or you gonna make it worse? I always told you growing up, the cover-up is worse than the crime. I don't care how bad the crime is. This is something that's very hard for people to understand. My wife as well. We have a lot of conversations. I'm like, baby, I don't care about what you did. I care about what you're going to do in response to what you did. People don't get that. I don't understand why that's so hard for everybody. Dog, we all funk up. We all mess up. We all do something crazy, stupid. Oh my God. I told you I fall asleep driving. I got a Tesla that drives for me, but I fall asleep driving. Been doing it since I was 17 in my Monte Carlo. I don't know why. I just get in the car and be like this. I'll be at a red light like this. I'm coming from work. People are like, no. Ain't no DUI. No. Oh, okay. Never have gotten in an accident, nothing like that. It's just I take a 1 second nap. I can't help it. I try. It happens over time. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm not also going to lie to you. Like, oh, no, I wasn't. Anyway, this is where we are. Glass break. The Athletic is probing Dianna Russini about her explanation of the photos with Mike Vrabel that were published by the New York Post. Uh-oh. Yeah, because you went and told your boss this happened when the photos came. And, I mean, even your boss probably took a little walk and said, let me stop and think what she just said. What? Girls trip? What? What are y'all doing? Group of people? What? Anyway, confirmed Dianna Russini will not be reporting for The Athletic as they conduct a deeper probe into the Mike Vrabel photos. It was put to me like this. Her coverage is being reviewed. That process is expected to take time. She will not be reporting in the interim. Behind the scenes, Russini told the powers that be the story was bull. They believed her. She said basically, what y'all hearing? BS. Believe me. The outlet publicly supported her. Ooh, I know that hurts. All right, we're going to go to bat for you. And so did her boss, Steven Ginsburg. Now, additional info has come to light. And while they initially saw no reason to doubt Russini, that's no longer the case. Thus, she's on the shelf. Let me tell you what's happening. All y'all out there, and we all do it. Thank you, John. Oh, I got it. Super chats get love on this show. Thank you, John Doe. John Doe said, you're underappreciated. I bet it bothered your bosses when they realized they didn't have your intellect. Truly, that dude, I admire you. Oh, that's love. Damn, you're going to make me cry up in here. Salute, John Doe. Thank you for the super chat. Respect. Let me say this. This is what's happening. Had this conversation recently. Digital footprint. Be very careful. Everything that you put out, everything I'm saying right now, everything I'm downloading, uploading, that's not all mine. I have a boss. It's YouTube. It's Google, whatever. We all do. And we also are all in partnership with these platforms when we give them our information. Dianna Russini, every interview you gave. Dianna Russini, every joke you told. Dianna Russini, all them things about your husband. Dianna Russini, uploading pictures. Guess what? There's a digital footprint. And I'm here to tell you guys, nothing is deleted permanently. Okay? You may not be privy or gain access. You can delete something right there on the app. You can delete something off your phone. You can try and delete something off the server. But there's a server serving the server. Don't believe me? Let the FBI trial have to happen. Let somebody have to investigate your ass. You be like, oh, that's deleted. I'm gone. That's good. What? Them satellites got satellites. And they be like, there are people who work for the government. I ain't even got to go that deep. You know there's people who work for the government that see it all, got it all. There are hackers. People employ hackers because hackers are hacking the hackers. So they got to get somebody who can hack. So if I got a company, I'm starting it up, I'm going to open up a bank. Next thing I know, some of these cats from Finland going to hack me. Okay. Now, guess what I got to do? Either put up some Norton antivirus. That ain't going to work. This sucker a hacker. He wrote the code for Norton. So guess what I got to do? My boy did this with his company. He hired the hackers. He literally, some dude stood him up, was trying to get him from ransom. He literally hit him up and said, look, I ain't even going to tell on you. I ain't going to do nothing, but you got to do me one favor. You got to work for me or else I will. Dude came and worked for him. It's real spit out there. Basically, Dianna, we got receipts, as Acho would say. CVS long. These receipts are long. All right, so now they going in on her. Let's go. Oh, let's go. John Doe's a member. Respect to him. I haven't reported media scoops in a few years because I wanted to focus on bigger stories and speak my mind once Fox bought Outkick. But I heard a ton about the Russini stuff today, and I'm stuck at home, so here's a rundown. I don't know how Bobby Barack sounds, but damn it, that name gonna make me go back to where Jimbo lived. Okay. The Athletic originally didn't think it was a big deal. It now does and wants her to prove she was with other people. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me tell you this, because I've been through all the steps. I was a player rep for 9 of my 10 years in the NFL. Things as they are omitted or actually exposed matter. If your boss says, yeah, I need you to prove you were with other people, that means you have not showed me already that you were with other people. Isn't that the first thing you do when you're in a situation where you shouldn't have been? Oh, I wasn't by myself. Everybody was there. That might be the smoking gun. If they internally are still asking for her to prove you saw somebody else there, and look, you can't go back and put that toothpaste in the tube. It ain't an app out there that you're going to get that's going to make this all work. Oh, I'm going to add my homegirl. I'm going to add my homeboy. Jesus. All they going to do is say, oh, that's great. Give me their names and numbers. Then all they're going to do is check where they were. They're going to check their cell phone. Jesus. Their phone won't be in Memphis. They're going to be in New York. And they're supposed to be in Arizona. Girl, stop. So, wait. She's, wait. If that's what, if we starting off like this, we got more guns. We got more guns. Her contract's up soon. She is one of the highest paid people at the company, if not the highest, if you count written only. One thing we always said in the locker room, when you get paid, congratulations. Now, you better ball, because they're trying to figure out upstairs how to get that money back right now. They're trying to turn that, they're trying to break that brick down. Oh, you just got $10 million? They upstairs thinking, damn, we could get 4 players for 2.5. All we got to do is trade him or cut him. Real spit. That's why it happens. You get paid, released. Paid, traded. Paid, same thing. Everyone I've talked to has said something to the effect of, this was obvious. This is her reputation. Oh, I got to read that in a different inflection. Sorry. I read it like matter of fact. No, they're saying this was obvious. This is her reputation. That means she about that. She for the streets. She for the NFL streets. That's what that says. This was obvious. This is her reputation. She getting it in. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. There's another one. I know 3. I know 3 people that get it in. And that's me not even trying to pay attention, not even trying to know, not even trying, just, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Some of them they loose with because they ain't play ball. They want an athlete. It's cool to them to now be like getting all this attention. And they be leaking in the makeup room. I be like, shut up, dog, we get it. It could be a dude or a girl. They just bragging about who they know and who they hanging with. And you know. No, I hate when they do that. I'm like, that shit ain't impressive that you giving up the nappy. Like, that ain't fresh. Like, okay, good for you. You're one of many. Come on, if we playing that game, let's be real. That's a volume game. If somebody in the streets, it's volume. It ain't quality, it's quantity. That's what they say. Most people don't think she will survive this. Not if the other stuff is true and she can't prove that she had homies with her. That said, firing someone can be tough in 26. Yes, it can. High possibility of a lawsuit if not done properly. Yes, it is. It's hard to believe she was on a girls' trip and there are no photos. Has there ever been a girls' trip without photos? Dog, he is a fool. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been the first thing I tweet. She has not tweeted out photos. See, this is the thing. When people get in firestorms, they usually run. You know that this is literal and figuratively. When you're in a fire, if you're on fire, don't run. Stop, drop, and roll. When people have come at me with the bullshit, when I have been under fire, people trying to clown, you know the first thing I do? Turn that camera on, let's go. Hit that, I'm sending it back at you. I ain't hiding behind no lawyer and his, well, let's seek in. Man, these people gonna be gone. Court of public opinion ran away. They gone. You tell them the truth. What am I hiding for? Why I'm waiting for a trial? I ain't waiting for no trial. I'm gonna say what I just said on camera at the trial, whenever the trial is, or the settlement, or the mediation. But they gonna hear it right now. I done been through some funk shit. And I'm like, what? I ain't even touch you. I don't even know you. All right, let me prove it. You're supposed to wait the litigation. Man, this ain't 1918. The court down the street and we go to the saloon and tavern. No, I'm telling the real right now. If I'm Dianna, why didn't you just put out some girl pics, say, what are y'all talking about? Duh, look. This would have been dead. So now the only good could come from this is that she actually this is the only genius she can have left. She actually has evidence. She actually has proof. She actually is sitting there so calmly just laughing and garnering all this attention. Think of like Stephen A. Smith or Ryan Clark, you know, when they really say something, you be like, really? Like when they really go racial and you're like, how did that come into this? Or they just go, hot take, that's it. Somebody just giving you a hot take. You know damn well they don't believe that, but they know it's going to go. She may be in that position, and this will be a genius position because I have never said Dianna Russini's name so many times. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever said it like in terms of like work. I know her, know of her. I never did a video of her. Dianna Russini's gotten 10 videos of me in the last 5 days. Whatever's hot or whatever has some deep sociology to it, I'm going to do it. I don't give a damn how many times I do it because they didn't give a damn how many times they cover LeBron, Dak, Yankees, Lakers, etc. Y'all want to do that all day, every day? Cowboys, I'm going to do this all day, every day. You heard me, Jimbo? So here we go. Dianna, she could be sitting back in the cut just waiting for some people to leave. She got another trick up her sleeve. She gonna step with pep to the back of the house, look in. And all the lights are out. Go, because it's locked so she gonna go way to the window. Y'all know that reference? Anyway, and then she gonna wait. And then she gonna be like, one, why did y'all think this? Here's the evidence. Two, how dare you think that about women and all that? And then look at her profile right now. It's the Floyd Mayweather model. Either they love you or they love to hate you. Either way, they watching. So that might be the case. I doubt it. I don't think she wants all this mental turmoil and what she's suffering from, whatever she has to be doing. I doubt it, but we'll see. Most people don't think she will survive this. That said, firing someone. I already said that. It's hard to believe she was. I already said that. Women in media are upset because they believe this will reflect poorly on all of them. They said this after the Joy Taylor scandal too. Yeah and no. Look, it's always going to be that speculation. It's always going. You're right. It's always going to be when you see a woman reporter as an athlete in the sports world. Your first thoughts are: is she here to do the job, or is she here to do a job? You get it? The job. BJ. Anyway, you're like, are she like for real? It's just simple as that. Because a lot of times they are not there to do the job like the dude is. They there to get it in. You can see it. And it has happened. Oh, yeah, I've messed with a reporter before. I messed with a massage therapist before. Dog, I was the dude. It was hard not to. I'm single. I'm making the most on the team. I'm getting sacks. I'm having parties. Everybody coming to me. And you think, hold on. You think the reporter who's single or married, I don't know her situation, you think her or the cheerleader or any woman in the facility finds out that one of their players is hosting the biggest party in town that weekend, a big gala, and they know him. They got his number. They talk back and forth. He's the anonymous source. You trying to tell me she ain't going to hit him up and be like, is there any way I can get 2 VIP tickets to your party? I have a friend in town and I don't know what to do with. It's just so hard to get into your parties. I didn't feel so comfortable. I didn't want to ask, but oh yeah, I got you, no problem. Go there, friend having a ball. She's super VIP at the big dog's party. And Dianna got her in. They having a couple of cocktails. Listen to cocktails. Cocktails. You think alcohol is good for you at night if you're trying to be faithful? Anyway, that turns into a thing. Come on, y'all. That was a PG version. I could give you the R. Real spit. So yeah, they always look at women like that. But then you easily drop it when you know she ain't with the BS. Just like in real life and dating. You look at a girl, as soon as you see her, you're like, she's beautiful. And the first thing a dude does is try to do an assessment. Like, how is she walking? How is she hanging? Is she a thought? Is she for the streets? Is she a lady? Is she, a woman? Is she pristine? Like, how's she rolling? You can tell in 5 seconds, just like with a dude. Is he gangster? Is he crazy? Is he tough? Is he acting hard? Is he a YN? Like, just say it. So yeah, we look at him, we judge him, and then you immediately know. You know damn well who walking in that locker room. Simple as that. Speculation that her husband hired a PI, but people are just guessing. It would be smart if he did. If he's been on to her scent, he did himself a good one. But I don't know if it's a no-fault state. California is a no-fault state. Basically, in California, we don't give a damn if she cheating on you or not. Give me the financials. Like, we don't care about why y'all got here, how y'all got here. Y'all here. Let's talk about breaking this money up, breaking this estate up. That's it. A lot of people, check your state. Every state is different. People be like, she cheated on me and did this. And now, I know in like North Carolina, they got all kind of protections, like cheating matters and all that stuff. But out here in California, we don't give a damn at all. So here's an interesting one. People in the industry claim to know a lot about Dianna, but it goes both ways. I don't know how many reporters want to make her an enemy out of her, especially if she is free to say whatever she wants. Real spit. Everybody think they got the gun on her. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. If she gets released, if she's fired, and then she starts looking at these receipts and who told and who didn't, who was real friends and who not, she may go down fighting. And then if you're doing dirt with somebody else. Pigpen always has something around him, somebody around him. Russini's career as a credible insider is over. I said that from hello. Because it's a perception game, right? As a perception game, as soon as you walk in that locker room, who do I perceive you to be, right? Simple as that. If you're a big dog, if Bob Costas walks in here, oh snap, it's something big. We must have a big game, Super Bowl or something. Right? If some dude walk in here all dusty and we ain't never seen him before and he's like, do you know where, you ain't, it's a different level of like perception, respect. Come on, we know the game. Insider who we have seen not prove that she was messing with a head coach who's a former player. Then she gonna come up to me and ask me some questions about the game. I'm like, which game you talking about, ma'am? She's like, the game you just played. Oh, I thought you meant the game. You know the game. You know the game. Shit, it's a problem. Even if she can prove her relationship with Vrabel was platonic, the public won't believe her. Some of us will, but not enough of us to make the noise. But yeah, I'll believe her. If she proved it, yeah, I'll believe her, of course. But at the same time, I'm always going to be like, yeah, you proved that y'all weren't doing anything or whatever that is, but you already were doing too much. 2 married people, exclusive resort. Woman please. Like, what are you doing? Like, I told y'all, if I come home and my wife is in the hot tub with another dude, I mean, even if it's my best friend, did I know? And two, okay, if I know and he like, yeah, I'm coming over to swim. All right, go. And then he beat me home and then he in there with her. I'm like, all right. But I can't lie. There's a part of me, I don't know if it's 1%. Some part of me is like, how long he been here? Did they go straight to the pool? Man, it don't take long. You know why I think like that? Because people are as trusting as they're trustworthy. I give you a story. Now, I've done this too. I've won in so many fast times. A girl that was liking me, and then I saw her, and she was like, oh. And I was like, ah. And she's like, ah. Okay, I give you a story. We're in Jacksonville, Christmas party. It's this dude who's like a backup. He ain't playing at all, but he on the team. His girl, super fine. We like, almost like, you gotta kick your covers, dog. You don't even ball. You don't even play like that. And you got hurt. Like, his girl was finer than everybody else's girl there. I'm single at the time, so I ain't in a competition. I ain't bring nobody. But, you know, so dudes are bringing their wives, and then dudes are just going solo like me. You brought her here? No problem. If she is about you. Let's just say she wasn't all about him. Because she got enamored by all these dudes that she does see play, all these dudes she sees on TV, and we just passing the drinks, passing the Cavassier, everybody chilling. You brought your wife, we doing this with all the wives, so don't think we singling her out. But everybody looking at her like, goodness. All of a sudden, no lie, maybe 30 minutes into it, somebody like, Wiley, where's so-and-so? I said, I don't know, where he at? He looking for his girl. Immediately, I said, oh, okay, I looked around, and I literally knew who to look for. And suspect 1, suspect 2, suspect 3, gone. And the girl can't be found. I said, oh, no, big Snoop Dogg. Back up in the heezy, baby. All of a sudden, miraculously, all 4 appeared different times within like 4 seconds of each other. Cat. I said, come on, dog. I said, come on, dog. He's like, I mean. I'll be on it all day. Hey, straight up. You can find me in the A. I ain't asking no more questions. What is there to ask? My point is this. The interaction's crazy. This is a whole level of, y'all know how it goes. This is high level, man. People influence. Women love power. Women love success. Women love protection. Women love security. Guess what these dudes got? These dudes got that. They 24 with muscles, good looking, and they got all them boxes checked. And you sitting there, y'all arguing on the car ride over? You come into a room with that and 3 drinks get in you? Truth teller. No matter what, she will always be the reporter the public thinks cheated on her husband with Vrabel. One other random nugget, an exec kept track of all the NFL free agency scoops this past March. Per the exec, she was 6. Rappaport, Pelissero, Schefter, Fowler, Schultz, Russini. I don't get that last line. Help me beat it up in the comments. Does that matter? She getting so many scoops? I mean, he's just one man. Vrabel's just one man. Is that a problem? All right, there's so much more information on this, but I think I got to just move on and save some for tomorrow. Maybe there'll be another version. Something will happen more. Goodness, I can't keep talking about this. This is, first of all, it's taking me back, all these stories. But beat up in the comments what y'all think. Let me see what y'all talking about over here as I see the top fans. Jay Grizz is 5. Peanut Butter Jelly is 4. George Buckshot 3. Chaotic Jester 2. John Doe is number 1. That's my dog. I mess with John Doe. That's my dog. All right, what y'all talking about over here? Craziest thing is Vrabel turned out to be Mr. Steal Your Girl. I mean, that dude. Yeah, Machiavelli said that. Hey, like Vrabel doesn't go unscathed in this. It's just, look, he's one of the best coaches in the league. He ain't getting fired. His owner has his own scandal. On top of that, like he's like, my job ain't to like have relationships. I don't have to have relationships to coach. Her job is to have relationships. And you mean the relationships she has are not all platonic? That's just scandalous. That's just too much, right? So she messed up her job more. He messed up because he had a perfect Nah, he didn't have a perfect image because the Tennessee owner didn't really feel him and all that. And a lot of times you go back. But I think Vrabel he took a hit. The doctor walking out said, "Man, sir, this is not good. Like, you got to sit down on this one. I don't think she survives it. We'll see, though." All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to get into this real quick. Manuel Acho has no interest in returning to network TV. I'm not going to be controlled by the man again. What is this, 1988? Do the right thing? What's the man? Emmanuel Acho has been fired once by traditional television. He'd like to keep it that way. 8 months after launching Speak Easy, Acho is told that the show is running ahead of every benchmark he set before it debuted. That's great. Like, whatever his goal was, he's like, they beating his goals. That's dope. So far ahead that he stopped setting numerical goals because the show keeps clearing them. That's interesting. Now, everybody knows that their show, I like the show. I like the look of it, for real. I like that they say stuff. Now, I know that they still got a little hot take sauce in there, but they got TJ and Shady, who usually dilutes the hot takes. But yeah, Acho gonna give you some hot takes, and Care Bear gonna give you some hot takes. The time when he went on that rant with Stephen A was just too much for me. But hey, he did it, and DeBarge is good. Like I like it. I mean, think about it. A new show. Think about it. Like all the network shows, there's only like 2 or 3 that I will watch before Speak Easy. Real spit. Natural follow-up to success in most sports media careers could be a network coming in with a deal. Acho isn't waiting for one. He isn't particularly interested in one. He watched FS1 burn through its own lineup for 5 years before he became part of the wreckage. And the lesson he took from it was not to go find another network to do it again. Yeah, there's only one other network. Like, it sounds great. I ain't doing nothing else. Well, ain't nothing else to do. Where you gonna go to? ESPN? Your brother over there. He already told you. You know your brother said, man, they don't want you. They just want me. That's how it goes. I left ESPN. I went to Fox. After I left Fox, ESPN and I were talking. Then they were like, nah, we good. And I was like, yeah, because they were talking that travel stuff. And I was, I'm just like, nah. You get older in the game, you retire for different reasons than you would have when you were younger. When you're younger, you're thinking something else. When you're older, you're like, man, I ain't trying to move. I ain't trying to do none of that. Simple as that. It's only 2 networks. Am I wrong? I don't think there's a 3rd network. You can call about all the other ones, but to me, all the other ones are like souped up independent networks. I'm talking about network, Fox. We were Murdoch and them dudes. I'm talking about ESPN and Disney and them dudes. He said, I'm not going to be controlled by the man again. I'm not going to be fired again. Just because you're in a position doesn't mean you know what you're doing. What network executive would have been able to ideate Speak Easy? Then line up talent, build out the studios, and choose a time slot for Speak Easy. I did that in 54 days. Salute. Real spit. But what he really wanted to say, and then he got off it just to get to his, is the real is, who in the hell are you to hire me and to fire me? Like, you didn't see my value. You didn't put me in the proper places to do. And I will give him this. Anything else here before I get up out of there? No, we already know all that. No quotes? Nope, nothing. Blah, blah, blah. They don't always run it right. Like, they don't always use the talent right. They don't always put the shows together right. And I'm not going to lie to you, it is not because it's that difficult. It's because they really don't have a ton of creativity, and they also don't want to take risks, because risks that fail means you got to go. You have to bail. You get fired. So they always do these like incremental changes. And when they do drastic ones, they're safe. So it's a weird dynamic. I'm not even hating on it because I've never been fired. I've never been fired. Even when I left Fox, it was a little offer, but it was an offer I had to refuse because they knew it was too little. But the point is, and there were some other reasons behind that offer. Let's talk later. So the point is, I don't have any hate. I don't do the jealousy thing. I've never been a jealous person, never will be, because I don't want what you got. I don't care what it is. Nope, I want mine. So I know these execs, and they do that. They got to protect themselves. Some jobs you just want to stick around and just, hey, I don't want to make no waves. And executive, network executive, creative, unless you're a disruptor, Jamie Horowitz, most of them, they just going to go with the flow. They're just going to do it that way. So that's how it goes. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Talking through that. Woo. Let's talk about this, because we got to get into some Gucci Mane stuff. It's a little deeper than I think. Let me make sure. Hold on, because I'll mess around and have this a political, not even political, psychological show. I want to make sure, because we're talking about the monolith. We got some monolith talk in there. Oh, yeah. We got the Cowboys. Let's get into some sports. Let's talk about the Cowboys. Then we get into the monolith. I don't want the monolith yet because they limiting black people out there. You black people, you people. Let me stop.
What's the best situation for them, for the Cowboys, with what they need?
It's the first two guys you named, Bain and Downs. They both dominated in big games, and guess what? I think either of those guys, first of all, you run to the podium, because drafting has never been the problem for the Cowboys. It happens after they draft.
Yeah, they actually draft very well.
Yes, exactly. So the drafting isn't the issue here. The player acquisition has never been a problem. However, if they're able to get one of those guys, they're going to be immediate NFC East contenders.
Hey, he ain't lying. Caleb Downs, shout out to him. Ronnie Lott Impact Trophy Award winner. Baller, smart, coach's son, next level. Ruben Bain, he was a finalist for the Lott Impact Trophy Award. Sick. Dwight Freeney 2.0, anyone. 6'2", 265, burst. One of them different types. Not that long lean, that little stocky dude. But Tasmanian devil. Both of them. I would take, I don't know. You just had an edge rusher and y'all didn't do too much. So maybe Caleb Downs would be it. I don't know.
Because they don't need much. Their offense has a really high floor. Their defense, Quinton Williams, one of the best defensive tackles in the entire league. The Rashawn Gary acquisition. If you added Downs, if you added Bain, that's immediate impact. I just think they're going to be able to compete in that division, which I think is a little more wide open than it has been the last couple of years. I think that Bain is the pick there, and we know he's played a lot of ball, played into January. He's going to be able to play in big games immediately.
If you are a fan of the Cowboys, what you are praying for is what you're praying for is all the wide receivers go.
Yep.
And then you want the offensive tackles to go, and then you want to have at least one of those stud defensive players fall to you.
Yes, and we're going to hear you say that again. Blah, blah, blah. So we're not. The beauty of this show, we can get out of there. Like on those shows, they got to be nice to somebody who ain't saying nothing. They be like, Over here, we like, nope, that's it. All right. Shout out John Doe just said, is Gucci the best phrase given the post-it? Y'all want the monolith talk? All right, let's go. I know what that means. That means go back. Go give me the monolith talk. All right, let's get spicy up in here. Ain't nothing that makes this country more excited and divided than talking about some race. Cats be loving it. All right, including track meets. Let's go. Speaking of race, let's go.
Black people don't need to be a monolith. And the problem with what Matt suggests oftentimes is that if you do not think,
we talking about Matt Barnes. We talking about Stephen A. Smith. We talking about Jason Whitlock. We talking about what it looked like to be black, which is so weird. That's the craziest part about it. What is black? Okay, everybody else got a real nationality. We got black. We got a color. And then it's talking about how you act means that you are. Could I be Chinese and then act like not Chinese? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm Chinese. What do you mean? Oh, you ain't acting Chinese. I know what you're trying to say, but what? You sound stupid. We do this all day, every day. We have accepted the ignorance of the black version.
Do not talk. If you do not walk in this one-track mind of what Matt Barnes has defined as blackness, then you are not black. If you do not walk, talk, think, and smoke in this one-track mind of what Matt Barnes has defined as blackness, then you are not for the culture.
That's why I go so hard on race baiters. And I don't give a damn if people don't like it. Oh, well, I know the impact. I know the negative influence that has on people. One, to put the hurdles unnecessarily in front of them and say, run over them. I'm like, what? Ain't no hurdles. My color's not, my skin ain't my sin. That ain't the problem right here. You can apply that when it needs to be applied. It doesn't apply right here. And also, you only applying it because you think that black is certain things. Like Acho just said. Cats be doing that all the time. Oh, black is this. Look, if you are black and white, you are black and white. Can you accept half of you? The other half, you shouldn't be forced to even say that. Slave masters told us back in the day, if you got a little bit of that black in you, you know that black, you black. All of you black. Don't want none of that over here. And y'all still running with that? Man, move. Anyway, if I were black and white, if my mama was white, trust me, I would laugh at every person tell me, no, you black. I'm like, and white. And black. No, you black. I'm black and white. It's okay. Remember Tiger Woods did that on Oprah? He tried to tell everybody what he was. He never did that again. I would have kept doing it again, especially if I'm Tiger Woods. It ain't gonna drive me to the point where I'm driving off the damn road because I can't even accept who I am. All that stuff is connected. What y'all talking about? Anyway, there's one version of black. Oh, you down, you hood, you know what it is, you know the culture. Stop hiding behind the word culture. Culture is supposed to be for all of us, except it's not, because it's limiting. You gotta believe. You ever seen the movies of the people overseas? I don't care, pick the country. They're telling me I have to marry Mark. I don't want to, but that's the culture. Man, culture is limiting, man. Chill.
Then you are a coon. You dancing for the man. You a sellout. If you do not walk, talk, and think in this one-track mind of blackness. But with all due respect, Obama black and Matt Barnes black are two different kinds of acting black. Kamala black and Matt Barnes black are two different kinds of acting black. So that's the only tension I have, and I think that's what Whitlock diabolically was trying to allude to, but that's my only tension.
Thank you. And that's the blah, blah, blah. And that's why when they talk about Jason Whitlock, the first thing they go to is they try to undermine him being black. Like, you ain't really black, or you're a coon seller. I'm like, because they call me that sometimes, especially when I go to the White House. And I'm like, they told me that. Oh, you went to the White House? Oh, you voted for Donald Trump? Oh, you this and this? I was like, dog, I voted for who I wanted to vote for. What the fuck wrong with you? You don't like my vote? Vote different. It ain't that deep to me. Oh, you, dog. First of all, I'm not listening to anything you say. The person I wanted to run can't run. He can't get there yet. Andrew Yang. Where you at, Yang Gang? So anyway, I'm not the one. So I voted for Donald Trump. Why? Because I didn't want to vote for Harris. And now, ain't it fashion for people saying, I hear people all the time saying, oh yeah, imagine if we voted for Harris. I don't know what would have been better. I assume what would have been better. Right now, we going through hell. It's a lot. But the point is, it's not about politics, y'all. I looked at the two candidates, Harris or Trump. I said Trump. Simple as that. Okay? Every other time in my life, I've said the person that I voted for, Obama, all that, and they were Democrats. First time I ever voted for Republican was this last election. What will I do next time? It looks like Republican. Being real, who is the Democrat leader? Newsom? I live in California. Let me just tell you, I don't know about that. Oh my God. Should I call my million friends who have left the state? I don't know about that. So I don't know who I'm voting for, and I don't care. I don't care right now. Let them do the work, not me. But when we talk about black people, you shouldn't care that if I don't do what you do and you're black, that I'm not black because I don't do what you do. You get it? I took you on a world tour just to get you back to that point. I don't care what you do. It doesn't mean you're not black. The only thing that means you're not black is if you're not black. Not how you act, you sillies. Y'all got these kids walking around here trying to be blacker, trying to be harder. I wouldn't even mind being black, acting black, if it had the positive paradigm and value system. But it doesn't. It literally is ignorance. Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe me. Watch this. This got nothing but rave reviews from black.
Damn.
Remember this?
Damn.
Broke the internet.
I tell you what. Put that nigga ass in the dirt. I tell you.
Remember this? And I remember this verses. I walked into this verses thinking that Jeezy was going to win this one because I love, young Jeezy. Oh, early Jeezy, get out of here. That's like one of my, that might be Ice Cube, Jerry Curl, Jeezy, early Jeezy. There's some arrows in there. That is it. But Gucci Man turned it into this a couple of times to get the effect so he can win. And he's playing that black card. Peep it. The hood card. Peep it.
What? Smoking on Pookie Load tonight. I tell you what. This how we gonna do this. Send some more, I'm gonna send them the same way.
You hear that? He's smoking on Pookie Load. I guess that's, so everybody who doesn't know this, they have a long-standing beef that they put to the side to do this competition of music against each other called Versus. But the beef started off of his homeboy, Jeezy, on the left, getting killed, and allegedly Gucci Mane knows about it, has friends about it, somehow connected to it. So they always were on different sides. But they put that to the side. But right now, they ain't been in each other's space in a peaceful way like this forever. And he bringing all that back up. All of that. Watch what happens, though.
And I box back to you.
Are you doing
free kill? Free kill.
I tell you what, though. See, when I even call you and extended this invite, my nigga,
I did it as a real man. It's been 20 motherfucking years.
15 years.
Okay, well, how many? You still talking the same shit.
Ooh. Ooh. Everybody celebrated him for this. Oh, he down. He real. He stood 10 toes. You talking about a 15-year-old situation and death. And why are we talking about death with like pride? What are you doing? What are you doing? And thank you for the super chat, y'all. 75, you must be Chinese. You went to Columbia. Man, look, you can't be writing that and I read it. You're stupid. Probably went to UCLA too. Hey, don't be mad at Chinese people for being smart. They're getting into them schools. Chut and Chachi S. Bahina says, follow your heart, Marcellus. God bless your soul. You're a good man. Thank you, brother. Like, one thing you ain't gonna punk me out of is something that I want to do that I know is not hurting you. That's not bad for you. That's not bad for, just bad. I don't want to hurt nobody. But at the same time, people get mad at you. I got to do this rap Tourette's. It kicked into my head. I don't want to hurt nobody, especially a girl with a hooker's body. Too much.
You feel me? Still talking the same shit.
Hey, man,
So
you
hold
got
on,
to take
let me
that.
talk.
Listen,
Let me talk, my nigga. Let me talk.
Listen.
Let me talk.
I don't want to talk. I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song.
That's
what
right.
gonna
That's
do?
right. That's right.
You got deeper on him, and now he's stuck because he's like, oh, that little ghetto stuff didn't work. Now you don't want to talk. Now you want to rap again, huh?
Do some music.
I tell you what, my nigga. I tell you what. It go like this. When I extended the invitation, I did it as a real man. You feel me? Because
I told you straight off the dribble. I told you off the dribble, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the truth, we can't do it.
It's all good, but let me say my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take on.
Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended.
Okay. What we're seeing here is, look, this is one version, this is another version. The whole point is it's all types of versions. But we accept both of these versions, but then let somebody sit here in the middle and be proper, articulate. I mean, the diction is down to the T. And educated. And emotionally intelligent. And let him say something that ain't this, or it's more Jeezy, but if he say something to Gucci, it's a beef. And one of the ways to cut his legs from under him is, oh, you don't sound like you. Uh-oh, don't say it.
My hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you seen it, we've been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world care about what the fuck we got going on, because we are the culture. You feel me? Me and you. Where we came from. What we been through. Us. Me and you. All these kids out here doing what the fuck they do because they saw what went on with us, dog. So this shit ain't about me. This shit ain't about you. You feel what I'm saying? This shit about King Von. This shit by Doe B. This shit by Nipsey Hussle. This shit by motherfucking Pop Smoke, M3. And I'm real enough to do that, nigga, because one thing about it, 2 things for sure, 3 things for certain.
I'm the realest nigga in it. You already.
Wait. Come on, y'all. Blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm from I'm from that. So all I'm saying is let all the expressions out. And I wish there was more pride in the expression of the intelligence, the aspiration, not the street life. We get too much props. I've talked to the mayor of Compton. There are initiatives that we have in our nonprofit that I'm like, dog, why does everyone always want to go to the athlete, entertainer, or street elements of the neighborhood? Like, I get that, and I check every box. At the same time, that ain't it. Come on, man. We got to get love to all these other people in these houses all the way up and down, these apartments all the way up and down, that are just pathways to success. That's all. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. Oh, man, that's crazy. I didn't know you went into the song like that. Jesus. Okay, we got to end. Since I'm hyped right now, we got to end it the way I love it. My favorite sport. Beat up in the comments. Y'all know what my favorite sport is. No, it's not football. Stop that. You know what it is. California state record. We got to give some love. Certified in the house. Watch this. This is a sprint relay. This is where I'm going to be.
Servite out well, but Sarah on their outside looking to ride the vapor to a new seasonal best.
Oh, he ran that curve too. He ran that curve outside to inside. That boy know what he's doing. Keep it going.
Yeah, our handoff there. Pelovello now taking over the baton duties here. Representing Servite High School. It's them versus the clock.
Oh, he longing out.
The meet record of 40.56 a year ago.
Oh, good.
They're just coming
Exchanges.
off of 40.05 a week ago.
Let's go.
And could they be the first team to ever go under 40 in
Can
California
they?
State
You know they
history?
did.
Looks like Harris on the anchor here.
Oh, he
It's
gone.
Servite.
Can't keep up.
Watch that clock, folks. It's Servite and Sarah.
Give it to me.
And, oh, there it is! 39-82!
Oh, that's sick. Shout out to the youngsters out there, man. I'll tell you, no lie, I have as much love, if not more love, for youth sports than I do for the pro sports. The pro sports is like cherry on top. It's amazing. And look, who doesn't love the Super Bowl? Who doesn't love all the things that come at the top level, the NBA championship, et cetera? But the journey to get there, because most people only going to have the journey, right? Think about it. Most people are not going to have the cherry on top. Man, there's so much development going on, so much that is pouring into these kids. You know how hard you got to work to go out there and find 4 kids on the same team at the same school that could run and get that state record? Oh, and they multi-sport athletes. Hopefully they're great academics as well. Point being, nothing better than youth sports, man. You help build up men and women, right? How they turn out, a lot of that is because of the foundation that happens at that youth level. So beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And respect to all you guys as we going to get up out of here because time is up. It's time for me to go to a track meet. It's time for me to see my itty-bitties go get it. My little girls are running. They're doing well. Last week, Olivia, my 6-year-old, she had 3 first places. So far, she's had nothing but first places. She's been rolling. I knew she was going to kill it this year because she's at the top of the division. But more importantly, she has perfect form. And she's now into track. She wants to run. She's 6. And I'm not lying, she has perfect form. It's so cute. Never taught her anything. Only thing I taught her is her start. Make the back leg go in front of the front leg real fast. Deal? She's like, deal. And then my other one, my basketball player who's running track, 7-year-old, she got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd last week. She's gotten a bunch of that. Basically, she's going to be top 2, top 3 in every race. And she's killing it too. I'm surprised because she's young for her division, but she's killing it. MJ, too much basketball, football. That boy chilling. He ain't running track this year. He'll probably get into it next year. All right, y'all. Love for you guys. Keep it going. I'm hopefully get this outro going and we get it in. Peace. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here. Because I think the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation. So, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you like and do all that thing you're supposed to do to this video.